Yeah.
What up? What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay Money, powered by Wager Talk. We got our guy Rob Veno from Wager Talk as well, the legend himself. I always say, man, Rob has been doing this for a while. You're a really great capper, man. What's up with you, brother? Love Mondays doing the show with you.
Yeah, these Mondays are fun, Jay. Thanks for having me again. Great games 3 and 4 for you as a fan, right? Boy, Dallas turned the series around. Philadelphia turned the series around. Yeah, we've got real action here now as we head into tonight. So this is what the playoffs are about. And I think we've got a couple of advantages here, Jay, where, again, we can make a little bit of money. I happened to catch a win last night with Miami team total. Boy, they shot miserable from 3 and still got over their team total. So I think we're seeing a lot of that across these playoffs, miserable shootings. But maybe we can have that turn around. I hope so in a couple of cases here tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. It's all business here, guys. I appreciate everybody in the chat as well. Any and everybody showing support to the channel. Massive appreciation to you. It goes a long way, my guys. Let's get straight to it here. Let's go. Let's go to this. Hey, we got a good game up, right? This has been a great series here, Rob. I must say, man. Bucks opened up in this game -1. Hey, they opened up at -2 in the last game. I wonder why it's a point shorter this time around. It looks pretty short. The reigning champs, Rob, only land a point here. They've shown that they're the better team, right? I mean, it's pretty easy. Giannis, the most unstoppable player in this series, maybe in the league. Why did they only land 1 point in this pivotal game, game 4 at the house, Rob?
Yeah, that one was close the other day, right? Just a little bit after the buzzer for Al Horford. Otherwise, we would have been looking at overtime. And boy, they had their chances. Marcus Smart missed that free throw perfectly. I think Robert Williams, had a chance. And then, of course, Horford just came a little bit too late. It was a nice comeback by the Celtics in that game, fourth quarter. But again, Jay, it was slow start. They look, in the first half, and especially in the first quarter, and on transition stuff, it just seems to me like Boston has their mind made up that they're going to get deep into the paint to the rim, and rather than pull up, they're just bowling people over and collecting fouls. We saw a bunch of fouls in that game. But we only have 2 games to talk about here today, so I'm just going to shoot a couple of extra things out here. The series shooting has been lousy. Right? I mean, the Bucks 3-point shooting, especially last 2 games, 3 of 18, 9 of 34, 12 of 52 combined. I mean, that's just not the Bucks, and it's not only one guy skewing it. I mean, Drew Holiday's been bad, 4 of 16. Grayson Allen hasn't made a 3-pointer in 2 games. Bobby Portis, 1 of 6. Brook Lopez only taken 2. All guys they count on. You know, if your name's not Pat Connaughton, and he's not even been great, but he's the only guy shooting a decent percentage, right? Giannis 2 for 12. So you and I were talking a little bit before we got on here, and we were both in agreement that the only conclusion you can come to here is they miss Chris Middleton. I mean, it's showing its face right now. And the fact that they're ahead 2-1 in this series, despite what they've done shooting-wise and despite not having him, is really a credit to them, and especially Giannis. The 3-point percentage is supposed to change. If you're Milwaukee, you're too good to shoot lousy 3 games in a row, right? That somewhat scares me in this game where the Bucks are concerned that they may – at home shoot 3s tonight. They've only been 42% from the floor. They haven't been good anywhere. And I'll say this, they're only getting 15 points a game at the free throw line. And again, they're still up 2-1. So Drew Holiday, 32 of 70 for the series. Bad offensively. Giannis has been the key, right? That picket line defense that you form against Giannis in the playoffs that Nick Nurse sort of brought to fruition a couple of years back for Toronto. Giannis has found a way around that. You know, I mean, it's nice to have the length, and I thought that length of the Celtics would prevent him from getting to the rim. But as I mentioned earlier, Giannis isn't making 3s. He's making 2s. And despite the fact that Boston's big in there, he's found a way. The guy who has it is Jason Tatum. He just hasn't found a way. And again, I think he tries to get too deep. Pull-ups are nice. You know, he can shoot those. So we'll see if they make a couple of changes here. Boston's game 3 shooting was horrendous. But you know what they turned around, Jay? They had only shot 35 free throws in 2 games. And last game, Boston shot 34, led by Jaylen Brown. They found a way to get to the line. And despite the ugly shooting, They still got to 101 points, which leads me to believe that their team total tonight of 105.5, they can get over that. If you can get 101 shooting as lousy as they did, having Jason Tatum go 4 of 19, then they're going to find a way here to get up and over that number. The three keys really for me in this game: which team's going to bounce back from 3-point range? It could be both. Neither one is shot good. But here's what makes me leery of Boston, even though my gut tells me they're going to win this game. Points in the paint through 3 games. Milwaukee 140, Boston 86. You can't get dominated that way every single game in the paint. And then fast break points, Milwaukee 55, Boston 25. Those two things have to change here. And again, it's not like Boston hasn't had chances. They get chances in transition. They're just screwing them up. I think a lot of that reverses itself here. I think Boston team total is going to get there. I also think that Milwaukee can shoot a little bit better. So for me, first half total looked like a lot of value. 102.5 is telling me a 52-51 first half gets you paid. And I could see that happening here pretty easily. So those are a couple of ways I look, Jay. And again, if you were to ask me who you think is going to win this game, I've investment in the Celtics in the series, so I need them. But I do think they win here. My gut's just saying this is a game. They came close last time being lousy. Probably get over the hump here.
Yeah, they were down 14 points in that game as well, guys. It's all business here, guys. I like the Celtics here plus the 1. Nothing is guaranteed, but this is the side that I'd like to have my money on in this game. The Bucks, they're a great team. I can dig it, but they don't have their big 3. And with their big 3, they possibly could make a back-to-back championship run. But without Chris Middleton, and even if they make it on to the next series, he won't be in that series as well, guys. So this is just not necessarily the same team. You got Giannis and everybody else over there. When the role players are not hitting shots, this team is very beatable. They needed Drew Holiday to go to take 30 shots in the last game. Obviously, now the Celtics need to do a better job on Giannis, but he's going to get his. Contain him, hold him to around 30. Make sure you're running guys off the 3-point line, right? Coaching wise, I trust Emeka Udoka more. I trust him more than Budenholzer over there. Budenholzer kind of just goes with the same game plan and hope that it works. Whereas the other side, the Celtics coach can actually make a good adjustments halftime. You see what I'm saying? Game to game, he's making adjustments. The Bucks, they go out there as Giannis get into the paint. It's simple. Like he's really. Like I say, they're coming off a championship. I've been sensing complacency all year. Obviously, this is the playoffs. It's time to turn up, but this is a pivotal game here. I think the Celtics, I'm still a firm believer that they win this series, so I'm taking them tonight. I'll be on them game 5 as well. I think the Celtics win 2 games in a row, guys. Take stronghold back in this series. I think it's going 7 all the way. This is one of the most closely contested series that we have left here. Yeah, I think the Celtics here walk out with a win, my guys. Like I said, you saw last game, like Rob alluded to, they played a terrible game, shot terribly. I know that Tatum's a little hurt, but that's on his left wrist, though. You see what I'm saying? It's not on his shooting hand. He's saying he's been dealing with it for a couple months now. Between Tatum, Brown, having Horford and Robert Williams to guard Giannis, man, Daniel Tice off the bench, Derek White has to show up in this game. Marcus Smart, you at least got 1 game under his belt coming back. Right. Should be a lot better here offensively and defensively. I just don't see that same thing with Drew Holiday, letting Drew Holiday beat them once again. Let Giannis go for 40 and make everybody else beat you. See what I'm saying? Give me the Celtics here plus the 1 official play like a referee blowing the whistle. Let's get some cash, man. Let's go to Boston one time. Let's go to the streets of Boston one time. You see what I'm saying? I'm drinking tea right now, man. But I'm in the locker room right now, Rob. You know how they do that when you're away and then they have the fans at the house. We finna light this motherfucker up right now. The roof is on fire in here, baby. We finna get a win, and we come back to Boston game 5, and we finna win that game as well, man. Give me the Celtics here plus 1. Let's get some cash, man. That's why you can't see my shirt, because it's green. We bleeding green today. The shade's green too, man. Can't y'all see the paint? The paint is on my glasses. All right, that's enough. But yeah, Celtics plus 1 money line. I think the Celtics win this game. Definitely, this is a zigzag series, Rob. What are we doing here? Except for the next game. All right, last game up. It's only 2 games, Rob. I believe this one has ticked up to 10.5 here now. I didn't get to change it last night, guys. Everybody that watched the show last night, I appreciate y'all as well showing the support, man. But Rob, how are we looking at this one, man? Likely no Ja Morant. Now he's doubtful. Obviously, anything could change. He could be getting treatment all day and feel like he's, 80% and want to give it a go. But obviously, if he's anything less than 80, Rob, you're not gonna risk him, tearing the ACL or something. Right. So let's say that Ja Morant is out. Do you think it's gonna be easy to take the Warriors another smash spot? You think you'll get some complacency for the Warriors? And this game could be closer than people may think.
Well, here's what they're telling us, Jay, and not that it's not true, but here's what they're telling us. Memphis was 20-5 this year without Ja Morant. And that's cute in the regular season. But I ain't buying any of that in the playoffs, 20-5 without Ja Morant. You need Ja Morant in the playoffs, case closed. If they don't have him, that's why the number is, continues to tick up, right? Because bettors just keep playing Golden State. You get Dillon Brooks back. And I think that's important because when you're guarding this offense of Golden State, Dillon Brooks is one of their better swing defenders, right? He can get Klay Thompson, but they still don't have enough guys to cover all of the weapons on Golden State. So it's going to be a bit of a problem for them again. I don't see any way that they're able to handle what Golden State throws at them from the perimeter. I just don't. So in that instance, if you're Taylor Jenkins and we try to sit ourselves in his spot, what do? I mean, your advantage in this series is interior. Golden State's small. They don't mind playing small. Draymond will play your center. But again, he's only a 6'6" guy, and you have Brandon Clark, you have Jaren Jackson. Dillon Brooks, the same size. Xavier Tillman is bigger than Draymond. And do you bring Steven Adams back for a little bit more? I mean, he's not good in an up and down game, but if you're Taylor Jenkins, do you decide maybe we should slow this thing down a little bit without Ja? And hopefully our interior scoring can match their perimeter scoring, and we're in a ball game in the fourth quarter. I don't know how he's going to play. I've been trying to dig to see if the coach will give away anything as to his game plan, but they're not going to give it away. So I got to figure, Jay, to me, it's pretty simple. For Memphis, you're not that good of a shooting team outside of Desmond Bane. Their points have to come attack style, to the rim. Maybe you get Golden State a little bit of foul trouble, and that helps you out as well. And then when you do shoot threes, without Ja, these guys got to make them. I mean, Desmond Bane's got to make them. Melton's got to make them. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's got to make them. It's the only way, because as I mentioned, I don't think they can defend. Here's what's bothersome about this series. And I mean, I talked about some stuff that bothers me about Boston, right? Fast break points. And what the heck was the other thing I was looking for? Oh, yeah, points in the paint. Here, it's the same thing. Memphis was the number one team, points in the paint in the NBA this year. And it really wasn't close. They had almost 4 points better than San Antonio, who was second in the NBA in points in the paint. And Memphis was the leading rebounding team in the NBA this year. So you got the number one rebounding team, the number one team points in the paint. You know what's happened in this series? Golden State's been better at those two aspects in every single game. If you're Memphis and you can't win what you're good at, how the heck are you going to win without your best player? I don't think they're going to win this game. I'm leery of laying 10.5 because I think Golden State, I don't think, actually, I'm going to take that back because I don't think Steve Kerr is going to have his team put it on cruise control. I think they're a team that, shark style in the water. They smell the blood. They're going to go get it. But 10.5 is a lot of points still against a team that's capable. So I don't know that I can get there with the Warriors. But again, if you're looking totals wise, guys that are watching this, if you're looking totals wise, maybe you look Golden State over their team total because I don't know how Memphis stops them. And maybe this totals come down far enough, all the way to 223.5 without Ja, to where, you can get this thing up and over. It seems like an offensive game to me. And if Memphis doesn't slow it down, GSW is going to get theirs, Jay. So that's how I'd look. I'd look some form of over. If you can shorten it up, Golden State third quarter, which we talked about earlier off air, it's been absolutely ridiculous as far as paying off is concerned. So maybe you just bet Golden State third quarter, cash your ticket, and go to bed.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Appreciate you, Joey, in the chat, man, for that $20 tip. Say you working overtime, man. I appreciate you. For this game, I want to lean to the under. I know that's what I said last night. I look towards an under here. Obviously, they play a lot faster with John Morant, Tyus Jones, and DeAnthony Melton will not be pushing the pace like that. And they actually get a little bit, so you get worse offensively. In theory, it's two type of ways you can look at it, because John Morant, obviously, he's not really a pass first point guard. So if without him out there, the ball will move more, but they're playing a lot more methodical type of basketball. Tyus Jones is like a true point guard. He's playing methodical type. You know what I'm saying? He can turn on the score mode, but mainly him and Milton want to slow it down. You know what I'm saying, and get a good shot out there. This is a big game for guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. Like you said, him and Bane are the main 3-point shooters. Obviously, got some other guys that can hit some threes. Kyle Anderson, he got kicked out in the last game, so I know he'll be pissed in this one. Guys, Dylan Brooks coming back as well. I do think we see more Steven Adams in this one to give them a better opportunity for offensive and defensive rebounds. He's another guy, Rob. Remember, he was just coming back from the COVID, so he just needed a game to keep his feet wet. They had him in basically in garbage time just to get him back acclimated. So I could see Adams playing a bigger role here. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to have to ball out because he's really a matchup nightmare for these guys as well, right? Green can stay with him, but he's too busy trying to stay in the paint. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out there on the 3-point line, so that's why they're playing him more in this series, because he can match up versus the Warriors. I can't wait to watch this game. I'd lean the Grizzlies. Like, even if John Morant doesn't play, I'd lean the Grizzlies here, especially because obviously the line would go up. Everybody's going to be on the Warriors thinking it's easy, and it could be. And I don't care about this game. I don't have a plan on this game. I only care about one game today. I'm bleeding green. You see what I'm saying? It's either we're going 1-0 or going 0-1. But of this game, I would lean the Grizzlies and I would lean the under. I'm not a big fan of laying double digits in the playoffs. Every one of these games is basically like a one-off game. You see what I'm saying? The Grizzlies, yeah, even though they're without John Morant, they know this is a put up or shut up type of game. It's either you're going to go down 3-1 or you're going to have aspirations to tie it up. And even if you can't do it, you're still going to fight tooth and nail here. So it'll take a lot for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm laying double digits in the playoffs, guys. It's not a winning bet long term, even if the Warriors do blow these guys out tonight. I hope it makes sense, guys. So I'd lean to the Grizzlies here, not betting the game. I think the under will probably be even a stronger play. We know the Warriors going to bring the defense, and the Grizzlies will not have a single chance to win this game if they don't try to slow it down and play a lot tighter defense. Like I say, Dylan Brooks, their best defender, is back in this game. Could make a huge difference. He's definitely the best. He guards Curry the best. You see what I'm saying? He's a bigger guy. So we'll see what happens. I always say with the totals, it means how the refs call the games as well, guys. So you total backers, I'm sure you look at the refs, trends, and all that. I'd lean under, lean Grizzlies, not playing neither one of them. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate every single body in the chat, man. Everybody posting your plays, all that good stuff, my guys. Let's get some cash here. Rob, real quick, man, we're gonna talk about some shirts. Not gonna push you too hard. If you like to get a shirt, go check out the website, jmoneyismoney.com. Not the mobile site. Switch to the desktop site. Mobile website is kind of down right now, guys. So either DM me on Twitter to get a shirt, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, or hit me up, jmoneyismoney.com. Like 15 different shirts over there on the site. And we got these bar glasses with the good luck glasses, man. But Rob, man, I know you got a lot of stuff going over there at Wager Talk as always. If you guys don't know, man, you get a 40-day all access pass right now with a total savings of $238, my guys. You get that 30-day all access pass. You get an extra 10 days as well, Rob. How you been doing over there at Wager Talk, and what do you have going today, my brother?
Yeah, we've been hitting them pretty good over there, Jay. So we hope to continue that. As for today, NBA playoffs are up and available right now. And I will mention every Monday when I come on, Wager Talk has $9 Monday. Not because I'm on, but because that's a Wager Talk deal. $9 Mondays over there at Wager Talk. So what would normally cost more, you get plays for $9 over there. It's a good day to just, if you're thinking about somebody, take a shot with $9 and make your decision from there. But we do have a couple NBAs up there. I'm going to give you one of them here on the show. So, you're going to get one on me because we like to give you stuff that we bet ourselves. That's probably, I found in the long run, it's the best way to treat guys that are going to take time out to watch and listen to what you're saying. So for me, Jay, again, I think that first half in Boston, Milwaukee, value-wise is very short at 102.5. I do expect the shooting to get better here, especially on the Boston side, but it wouldn't surprise me. Milwaukee at home, I've seen too many first quarters where they come out and they just don't miss threes. and it could happen. And I meant to bring this up, but I wasn't going to cut you off when you talked about Marcus Smart, because he's a wild card in all of this. He didn't shoot it well in that game where he came back, but Marcus Smart's a guy that could hit 6 threes in a game. When he feels it, they go in. He's not the best shooter overall, but on nights when he feels it, they go. I think Boston's got a lot of opportunity here. So for me, 102.5 just seems way too low for both sides that have been shooting poorly. I expect that to come back a little bit. They're too good offensively, both of these sides, to be bad all series long. Give me over 102.5 first half, Boston, Milwaukee.
Yeah, I like it. And so your plays are basically correlated with mine, because the Celtics need to score, and they need to score a lot as well. Play fast, need to start hitting some threes. Basically, all our plays are correlated here. I'm on Celtics +1, guys. Just one play for me today. It's +1 or -105. I need the Celtics to win this game. However you look at it. I need the Celtics to win this game. This is my last main play of the season, guys. So I'm trying to cash it. Celtics +1. It's the only game I care about. I lean Celtics first quarter and first half, guys. I'm not on trifecta. I hadn't even bet the first half yet, but I do need the Celtics to come out with something and get up by double digits in this game and not look back. So heavy lean to the Celtics in the first half. I might end up sprinkling on it. It's nothing official though, but Celtics +1, full game. Game 4, tie the series up 2-2. Let's get some cash, guys. The Celtics for me, guys. Like I say, over there at Wager Talk, you get a 30-day all access pass plus 10 days free sports picks and predictions. All sports. This is MLB. This is for early action for NFL season, the rest of the NBA playoffs, man. Whatever, hockey. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff going over there at Wager Talk. Go check them out. Check out Rob Veno at Rob Veno Sports. You can check me out as well at JMoneyIsMoney on Twitter. I got the website as well, jmoneyismoney.com. All types of merch on there. It's us against the books, man. We're just trying to cash every single day. We will win, my guys. Let's get some cash and go Celtics, man. Lucky, put the green on, man. Like it's St. Patrick's Day, Rob. I appreciate you for coming on with me. We finna cash today. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Back at 5 p.m. Eastern with my guys Shark and Punch School. We out. We back tomorrow. Let's get some cash.